Marc, thanks so much for being here on APTN InFocus. First off, can you just explain to our viewers what Warmer Hearts is and what you do?
We're a group of people that go into our downtown community offering support to the homeless people living in the bus shelters. We offer them hot food, bag lunches, warm clothing, hugs, handshakes, some support, and just acceptance. It's an amazing thing, an amazing feeling.
Now, Marc, why was this something that you wanted to start?
Well, unfortunately, there was a woman by the name of Kayla Ray that had passed away about a month ago now in the bus shelter in St. Boniface. And I've always wanted to help, with people with addictions or homelessness, but this actually sparked a fire under my feet and got running. It's a tragic way for somebody to die, and if we can save one person, that's a blessing.
Well, a lot of the volunteers, Marc, that you're working with have been in the same position as some of the people that you folks are helping. How important of an aspect is that when you're doing this?
I think it's important on all sides of it. I mean, for ourselves, we have an understanding, we have compassion, empathy, but people receive us a lot better when we're explaining to them that we've been there. We're not there to stand over them. We're not giving them, a handout. We're giving them a hand up. It makes connections so much easier, than just handing somebody something because it's a good thing to do, and walking away. Is that really helping somebody? I truly believe that sitting there, giving a handshake, listening to their story, offering suggestions or offering our story, to bring hope, inspire people to change their lives.
And Marc, it seems like there's more and more, of these nonprofit groups and people just wanting to help out of their own good nature. Is that encouraging to you? What do you think of all of these, more and more people wanting to help?
Oh, it's absolutely encouraging. I believe that if we all came together and worked as, one unity, then, we're not going to be able to end homelessness, but we can sure make a big dent in it in our city.
Well, you're walking on the street, and you see what's going on out there. Who or what do you think is maybe at the root cause of those who are unhoused?
For myself, when I became homeless, it was due to addiction and due to loneliness, and it's a struggle. Once we're in that mind frame and we don't have really a lot of resources that help pick people up. There's a lot of waiting lists. There's, come back later. Well, unfortunately, some people aren't able to come back. It's sad. I think we need a lot more resources and a lot more funding, obviously, to support these resources.
So from the problems to go into the flip side of that, what kinds of supports specifically do you think are needed to help change the way things are going right now?
Well, absolutely needed is more detox areas, safe detox areas, housing, like actual shelters. The shelters that we have right now, people don't feel safe there. People aren't going to go somewhere where they don't feel safe. People stay outside because that's where they're out in the open. What could happen to you out in the open, right? There's so many different aspects to homelessness and what needs to be done. But for sure, detoxes need to be a high priority, and the waiting lists need to stop. Any housing.
Now, when you say waiting list, are you talking about a waiting list at a shelter or something like that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, waiting list for detox, even shelters. There's a shelter down on Henry. They have 50 beds for homeless people. That people are actually homeless are people who don't have an income, or low income. And yet this place charges $1,200 a month for people to stay there because it's funded by the government. Well, what about the people that aren't able to get on EIA, aren't able to get on welfare? Where do they go? There's more than 50 people. Our city has how many people in it? It's to turn anybody away, especially in this time of year when it's cold. It's sad.
Yeah,
it's very sad. Like, I don't know how people sleep at night being able to tell them to go, that there's no beds. Yet there's rooms upstairs. If you pay $1,200 a month, they'd be able to stay there.
Yeah, it's certainly sad indeed, Marc. And unfortunately, there are so many stories similar across the country. It's not just a Winnipeg issue. I mean, what do you think attributes to having such a national issue, really?
It's for myself. Like, I truly believe that this, people that are suffering homelessness. It's obviously, some sort of addictions go with it, some sort of mental health, and with those. Like, we're spending a lot of money to house people that are addicts and that are committing crimes and stuff to support an addiction. Well, what if we address that addiction, and when they need it, we would have such a better turnout than housing people in jails where the government's paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're just going to keep going back, and they're just going to stay in the addiction. Nothing's going to change. Put that money towards recovery. Put that money towards places where people can go at that moment when they, in their mindset, say, I'm done. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be an addict. I don't want to live this lifestyle. Because I know from experience, if I'm getting denied at that time, it may be another year, 2 or 3 years before I come back into that mindset.
And Marc, just before we let you go, are you able to give us a bit of an outlook, a short and long-term outlook of any plans you might have with Warmer Hearts or anything when it comes to the issue of those who are unhoused?
Definitely. We are looking to start our own shelter. We want to keep it kind of like close to downtown, but not downtown. And we are raising funds right now to nonprofit our group. That way we can put out, as much support and materials that are needed to help. So, we've got a great group of people there. We solely go on the donations of, people who love other people, who care. It's amazing. I truly believe that one small act of kindness can make a world of difference. Just say hello, check on somebody. Give them a hug. Ask them how they're doing, not what they're doing. It's all an approach to things. If we approach somebody with care, we're going to make a lot of difference.
Well, Marc, that's certainly well said, and we certainly wish you the best of luck going forward with Warmer Hearts. And I mean, the work you and other people do is certainly appreciated, I'm sure. So we'll have to leave it there. Marc, thanks so much for joining us.
Okay, thank you very much, Daryl.